What's up YouTube? This is a deck profile of my Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis deck. So the whole point of this deck is to burn your opponent by using this card right here, Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis. Basically what this card does is whenever it gets sent to the graveyard during the end phase, you can special summon this guy in defense mode by removing a plant from your graveyard. And every time it gets destroyed, whether it be by battle or by card effect, and it goes to the graveyard, the opponent takes 800 damage. Might not seem like a lot, but if you think about it, that's a tenth of your opponent's life points. To run more plants for this guy, I would use Lone Fire Blossoms to bring out either dandelions or a botanical girl. Now, because it is a type of burn deck, Volcanic Counter is key in this deck. You get two of these in the graveyard. It's not unusual to put a dandelion token in attack mode. As long as you have 2 or 3 of these in the graveyard, you can attack with a dandelion token into a Titanium, into a Heraclinos, and pretty much OTK the opponent. Now, because I need a lot of fires in this deck, I run the Flameveil engine, which is 3 Flameveil Firedog and 2 Flameveil Magician. And then on top of that, I run 2 Lava Golems. This card is actually pretty good for sacking your opponent's monsters, and you're going to be able to stall your Phoenician Cluster Amaryllis plus burning your opponent at the same time. For milling effects, because I want cards in the grave as soon as possible, I run a Card Trooper. Other cards that I use are a Hedgeguard, a Necrogarna, Botanical Girl to search out a Phoenician Cluster or Dandelion. Morphing Jar for milling effects and for replenishing your hand. And a Gores, basically you can spam Gores in pretty much any deck. Because I want my hand in the graveyard, I use hand destructions, trade-ins, and card destructions. Very good cards. Because I use a lot of graveyard, then I'm going to use 3 Rekindlings to bring out my Fire Dogs, Magicians, and 6 for level 8s all day long. To bring cards back from the remove from play pile, I use 1 Burial from a different dimension and a Miracle Dig. Moving on to the traps. Key card in this deck is Needlebug's Nest. If you guys don't know what this does, basically you mill the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. That's it. Very simple and very useful. For a little bit more burn damage, I run 2 Secret Barrels, 1 Ceasefire, and 1 Magic Cylinder. Alright, that's the deck. Peace, YouTube.